Who's bringing your mac and cheese to your event? Are you hosting an event today? Happy 4th of July. So not just everybody can bring some mac and cheese to a party. I know I ain't the only one. In our family, God rest her soul, it was my sister. You don't play with your mac and cheese. Especially like Thanksgiving and other holidays. Don't start nothing new, but you don't mess with the mac and cheese. Daylene loved cheese. And her mac and cheese was the best. But you just don't ask anybody to bring something to your event. So if I knew that my sister couldn't cook, come on, you know them people. You know the people that you tell to bring plates and cups and the drinks because they can't cook. So tell me this. If you knew somebody couldn't cook or had a nasty house, and you didn't want them to cook, you didn't want to eat their food, would you tell them to bring the mac and cheese or a side dish or a main dish? Because can't play with the main dish. Would you ask them to keep bringing the main dish to each event? No. Would you ask somebody to do something that you know they can't do, something they ain't good at? Maybe somebody just don't like to cook. I like a Costco, and sometimes it's easy. Sometimes I get it. Not everybody cooks. But would you continue to ask somebody to do something they can't do or they just won't do? They ain't got time to do. The answer is probably not. So let me ask you this. Let's be honest and let's talk today. Why do we continue to ask people in relationships to do things they can't or won't do? I'm going to pause for a moment to let you think about that. If you know somebody is going to have an issue with an event that you're having, or people get stressed out, and God forbid, God rest my soul, my sister again was always late. I didn't expect my sister to be on time. I knew she was going to be late. Therefore, we had conversation. She knew, I accepted it. We rolled past that. So I didn't give her stuff to do at the beginning of the party. Mac and cheese could be heated up. It didn't have to be there. I didn't need it there before the party. Know who you're in a relationship with. Know what they can and can't do, what they will or won't do. Some people don't want to change. Some people don't want to reflect. Some people don't want to communicate in a relationship to make things work. So we heard, John and I, on a trip like a week or two ago. And we heard another podcast, a therapist was talking about what do we expect from people in our lives. And the good analogy that he used that I'm going to kind of say on here, stop holding the bag with the rattlesnake in it and reaching your hand in the bag and get bit, and then you're pissed about it. Oh my God, I got bit. You're holding a bag with a rattlesnake. You know it's going to bite you. If the person has an issue, has a meltdown, is late, whatever the case may be, if you start noticing that they have a pattern every time an event comes up, you've got to stop having hope. And I hate to say that, but you got to stop expecting them to do something different because you want them to do something different. Come on, you can't control other people. So deal with them accordingly. Get rid of the guilt. I love people where they are, and they can be at a place where they don't need to be at the place where I need them. People need to be okay being at the place where they are. But like with my sister, she knew she was always late. So it was obvious and apparent to everybody. So I didn't plan things with her early because it was something she couldn't handle. I refused to try to change her. I then made the decision to take control back for myself and do what I could do to still have a relationship with her, a great relationship with her, and not to expect things from her until she was willing to change or willing to work on things. Hey, I'm willing to work with you. But if it's something you can or won't do, stop expecting and hoping for things to change. And then you're the one disappointed. You're the one with the bit in hand at the end of the day. Because not everybody wants to grow. Not everybody wants to mature. Not everybody wants to communicate. Not everybody wants the same relationship with you that you want for everybody else. Y'all, that's a lot to settle on. And I hope y'all are having a great 4th of July. Hope your week is good. But let's stop sticking our hand in that bag and get bit. Let's go ahead and be realistic with people, who they are and what they bring to the table and what you bring to the table. So we can have a happy 4th of July, and don't let somebody that can't cook, somebody you don't know that can't make the mac and cheese, don't let them bring it. It's important. You need some creamy, not dry mac and cheese. Well, I hope this 4th of July, I hope you stay safe. I can't wait to see you next Thursday. Have a great one. Thanks again for listening.